Greetings, I'm Demonac, and it's arena time. And of all the classes, I've played these two both quite recently, and I haven't played Paladin for a long time, so after getting mauled by Paladins last time, it's Paladin time. Bittertide Hydra is actually kind of strong, but sometimes it's going to screw me. Avenging Wrath is probably not going to screw me. Well, actually it's random, so it could totally screw me, but that's fine. It's pretty good. Fairy Dragon is good, and it's tempting for the Dragon keyword, but Elemental keyword is also potentially good right now, and I think it's awesome. This guy is fairly strong, but it's not really what I want for 8 mana. In the arena, this is a solid, awesome pick, though. Arcane Giant, not too bad, but we're going to take Dino Size, because it is... Oh, I forgot it cost 8. I'm thinking it would cost 10 last time. I think I could have Dino Sized me. Oh, well, whatever. But yeah, making a minion 10 then, pretty effective. Giant Mastodon, also pretty effective, but I want that Grime Street Smuggler. That's like efficiency that I want. You're not efficient, Blessing of Kings is awesome. None of you are very good at all, unless I get more hand buffing. I don't know, I guess we'll take him, because this... I can't guarantee I'm going to have any weapons, and that makes the other two guys pretty crap. And your power is crap. Yours is a 4/4 for 4, so you're definitely inferior to the Berserker. Panther's okay, but I'll take the Berserker. It's fine. Having big guys is good, but I'm going to hope I can get better big guys. I'm going to take the Hand of Protection, because sometimes that will just be worth a free minion. In terms of killing and having your guy survive. Forbidden Healing is pretty powerful comeback card. It really doesn't help you earlier in the game, but I'm not a fan of these two guys. Well, actually, he's very good in, like, a priest deck, but, yeah, Forbidden Healing. Chemist is pretty good, but we're going to take Grime Street Informant. Those guys are almost a must pick. All of those, like, discover a card from 3 faction guys are pretty close to a must pick. I guess the Rogue one may be a little less because it's 5/3, like it's very expensive compared to the other two, and 5/3 is not necessarily the stats you want for 5 mana, even though it's still really good because of the Discover. Not really good, any of these guys. I guess we'll take him. He's the least crap. Oh, Legendary! Patches the Pirate is easily the best card out of these guys. Like, I know Enzoth can be strong, but, like, I don't care. Like, screw that. It's not right. But, I mean, taking Patches as just like a random legendary in an arena deck that may or may not contain pirates, pretty dumb. So we're going to take Mukla, who is just kind of like an okay fat minion. Yeah, I'm not likely to have that much death rattle with Paladin. Yeah. Giant Mastodon or Lost in the Jungle. Wow. I don't have that much fast stuff yet. Actually, the Giant Wasp is pretty solid too. The Stealth Poisonous, pretty killer. This doesn't excite me so much, so even though it's probably a strong pick, I'm not going to take it. I think I'm going to take the Mastodon because he's big. Yeah. Ooh, crap. This is funny. Normally, if you have a minion that has a spell built in, it's better. And he's like the minion without the spell, and he's actually like better than this piece of overcosted garbage. I don't have any Murlocs yet, but I'm going to take the Primal Fin Lookout, because you never know. Might get Murloc stuff and be awesome. I'm just not a big fan of Adapt. I think it's too small for a card. For 1 mana, it's a good effect, but for 1 card, it's not really. I'll take another Smuggler. I like the Smuggler. And I don't like the 3/8 guy. He's crap. This is not my favorite in the world. I'm tempted to take the Brewmaster instead, but as much as I have a bunch of expensive cards already, you can get more expensive cards. It's good. And the Brewmaster could let me reuse the Informant or something. And that's pretty good. And I don't have that much cheap stuff yet. You know what? These are not my favorite expensive guys by any stretch. I think the Brewmaster is probably more what my deck needs right now. May not be what my deck needs later, and these guys are all worse than every card in that last row. Fen Creeper, I guess. Goldshire Footman, what they need to do is they need to add the text to him that he just counts as a Silverhand recruit. And then he'd be kind of cool. In Paladin decks only, basically. Teacher, I've got some spells, but I have enough. I've got like one elemental so far, so I'm not really going to be triggering his power. I don't have that many spells to trigger her. I can take the Frozen Crusher because he's fat, but I mean, I was hoping for better fatness. He's okay. I think I can take the Violet Teacher. I don't know how many spells I'm going to get, but her advantage is more likely to come up than the other guy, as my deck looks right now. And to get this dark 5/1/1s, I'd rather get 6/6 worth of stats. Yeah, even though it's not Silverhand recruits. I don't have the Silverhand recruit tech right now. Bomb Squad is pretty solid in the arena, but Holy Wrath is pretty damn random. But I think we're going to take the Holy Wrath anyway. It's still a way to do damage. I don't have any combos with the Moat Lurker. I'm not too big a fan of him that way. I've got no Divine Shields for this thing, so this is actually all kind of weak. Do I have any Divine Shields? I don't have any Divine Shields, do I? I don't think so. I might take this anyway because it's just like, it may be a little bit badly costed, but it's still a weapon. I think that's actually going to be more important in my deck than this. I'm going to take it just as a 2-swing, 3-attack weapon. I didn't take the Fairy Dragon, so I probably have 0 Dragonage. Yeah, I didn't think I had any dragon stuff. So, unfortunately, as much as I like the Historian, often in the arena she doesn't work out. I think Zubot is probably the way to go. I've got a Murloc, I've probably got Beasts. It's kind of a hard choice. Those are all good things. This is obviously much more usable early in the game, but these two guys are both they're very good, like, fat things. Better than, like, I'd trade Mukla for either of them, I think, in terms of what it's going to do to my deck for the late game. But, actually has synergy with, like, Paladin Quest, but that's not super useful. Do I take the one that's more castable early game, or the one that's going to help me win on the late game? I think I need this more. I think I'm going to need that ability to kill things. I don't have that many cheap minions. Repentance is the really terrible one. Yes, yeah. Reduce opponent's minion to 1 health. That is so not a mirror entity. Volatile Elemental is pretty good. Is it better than just taking Lost in the Jungle? Yeah, I'm going to take the Volatile. If I kill something. Here's another bad row. I would probably take the Voodoo Doctor, but I do want to have Beasts for the small possibility of getting Zubot going. Do I take the Pterodax Hatchling? I mean, Adapt is okay. I'm not fond of him. Duskboar is super fragile, though. This can be a 2/5 for 3, which is fine. It can also be a 5/2 for 3, which is not as good. And then, I don't know, I guess we'll take the Hatchling, but I'm not happy about him. Take the Scarlet Crusader. She's solid anyway, and then there's a tiny chance she gets +1/+1 from that weapon. Cern of Calamos is amazing. How many elementals do I have? Probably nowhere near enough. I got the Volatile now. And Tar Creeper. The Fire Flume Phoenix counts 2, and then maybe something expensive somewhere. No, I didn't even take that. Right now I only have 3 elementals. This is an insanely powerful effect. This guy becomes amazing if you can trigger him. But I only have 3 elementals in the whole deck, whereas Peacekeeper is pretty strong. I don't have enough cards left. I'm just not going to get the elemental tech. I am going to have to leave him on the table and take the Peacekeeper, because Peacekeeper is reliable, and the other end he won't be. You're still the worst secret ever. You're no good, so I guess Cyclotron. You're terrible, Noble Sacrifice. Not happy with some of these choices. You're garbage. You're interesting, but this guy's amazing, so we're going to take him. Every time I see him come down, I think I've lost the game. Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm not, but It's amazing how scary he is a lot of the time. What's he do again? Yeah, 6/6 taunt, and then he gives up to 2 guys Divine Shield. He does so well. I don't know about how this deck has come out. It has a little bit less fatness than I was originally hoping for. So I probably should have passed this up and taken an Ultrasaur, but the Forbidden Healing is great for control. I don't think my deck's going to be that controlling. I've got a whole bunch of individually strong things that are never going to work together. It's kind of reminding me of my last deck, which is not good. I've got some fatness. I've got the Dino Size. The Dino Size can just, like, come out and do crazy things. Because if you have a minion in play, it's kind of like a 10/10 charge. Even if that was like a 1/1. Turns out Paladin can make 1/1s, so they have a reasonable chance of having a surviving 1/1 if you're having any kind of competition for board control as opposed to being totally shut out. Hunter. We don't want starting hand Dino Size, and frankly, I don't think we want the Lookout because I never did get any other Murlocs. So the only synergy he has in this whole deck is with Zubot. Otherwise, he's just an overcosted 3/2. And even with Zubot, he's just a 4/3 for 3, which is actually quite averagey. Well, it's the good side of average, I guess, because he wouldn't, yeah, but still. Alright, well, I've got good 3-mana plays, and choices for them and everything, but, yeah. Nothing yet. Hunter's going to start doing stuff. Suddenly my back's all suffering. That's not good. Oh, he's just shooting me. Interesting. So we both have somewhat more expensive hands. I hit you for 1. I'm not going to cast him because I don't need the defense right now. And I've got nothing to buff with him, so let's buff my hand.
They fell off the truck.
Interesting. Super Tar Creeper. He's actually tremendously better when he has 2 attack on your turn. He's going to make that Kyrian Grub sad. I could cast Sure to spend the mana better. But, well, yeah. I don't have that many spells. It's going to be a 3/5. This guy's a 2/6 taunt, but I don't really need to protect these guys that much. I think I can just play her now and do the damage. Because what's the slug going to do? It's going to kill a 1/1? Or it's going to damage my 2/4 and not kill it? Or it's going to get adapted, which makes it suddenly actually dangerous. That's not good. Can this guy adapt himself? I swear I saw him have a buff the other day. No, he was buffed by the 4/3. Yeah, okay, that's what happened. Never mind. Really? You did not get any good choices from your adapt. Good to know. Oh. Ow. That was a fairly effective Grievous Bite, I suppose. So I want him to work with this. I'll do that later. I think for now, I'm just playing this and making a guy. So he's a 4/6 on my opponent's turn. I'm going to kill this before it grows anymore. Yeah, maybe I should have killed the 3/2 and reduced the damage coming into my taunt, but I don't. It's kind of the same difference. Trading that, not even trading the other guy yet. Interesting. I mean, I could use this to save my 3/2, and it would also make a 1/1. I could be saving something better later on with it, though. Mukla would be good with her. I know it. Yeah. Oh, no, he's... Yeah. He's a beast, so he can get stuff later. Try and set up synergies for that. Okay, I think I'm going to cast him, bounce him, and then probably Divine Shield. Let's see what I get from him, though. Ragnaros the Light Lord. Okay, well, these are all interesting, but we're going to take Ragnaros because he's going to win us the game later. He's just that good. I think I am going to Hand of Protection her.
I'm ready to learn. Instruction begins.
Pop that. Kill one of those. Just keep the numbers down a little bit. And I guess kill the other one so my opponent has fewer beasts to choose from. And of course we're bouncing this guy so we can use him again. There's another Discover, and the first one went pretty well. So he can take out my Super Tarlord finally. Knuckles. Okay, what's he again? Oh yeah, when he hits a minion, he also hits the enemy hero. Okay, that's fine. I'll take some damage from him, especially if he gets buffed, but not the end of the world. Especially since I've got Ragnaros, the High Lord, coming with his medical marijuana. Yeah, so he's going to get to kill stuff, but I think we're just going to go Mukla and then buff this, get another 1/1. I think that's fine. Do I buff this, or it's going to get killed by him anyway? So maybe I don't. Maybe I buff something else. Sure, you can... It's kind of sad, but whatever. You can kill a 1/1 and survive now. I'm pretty sure Knuckles is going to take her out. I'll do that and that. I mean, actually, I could have healed her with that, but that's not what it's for. Companion, bear, it's fine.
Come midnight.
Knuckles is pretty aggressive. I don't know what I would like. 3/7 for 5. 3/7 are good stats, but I don't know what I would choose him like up against. You know, it's kind of interesting. I think we're gonna take him out. We're gonna take this out with Knuckles, or with not Knuckles. You know what I mean? Actually, I should have done it the other. That guy's got. Yeah, that guy had 4 hit points. I should have done it the other way because then he would have taken less damage. But we're going to get rid of Knuckles with that. And do I want to use this guy? Or I think I want to use this guy because there's a chance Ragnaros would waste his healing on him. If he heals me, or it's okay. If he heals Mukla, it's better. We're going to get rid of the damaged one, even though it's kind of like a bad deal. Heal? No. Damn it. I would have preferred that you heal the 5/1. You'd have lots of time to heal me, probably, but okay. I had Sandworm. Well, that needs to die. Grimestreet Protector, that's kind of cool. So he can attack again after he kills the Grimestreet Protector. But I could Grimestreet Protect him. I can also just give him +1/+1 and kill that thing. Yeah, suck it. I can do both. I don't even need to give him +1/+1 if I'm doing it. Oh my god. I'm just overloading with the amount of awesomeness I have right now. Hi. You can surrender now. Told ya. Discovering Ragnaros for all the bullshit. Oh yeah. Well, assuming I discover Ragnaros every game, I should win 12 pretty easily, I would think. Since that's not a given, I think this is probably another... I think this is a 4 or 5 win deck. Definitely not more than 5, but probably more like 4 win deck. But we are off to a good start. We'll see if we can keep it up next time.
If you enjoyed this, please activate the like button. And don't forget to subscribe to Demonac Games for more Hearthstone Arena and other gaming videos.